Hey, listen, it's the holidays, and we've got some gift buying ideas from $30 to $900. Whew! We also have some giveaways here on Bean Basics. Oh, hey there. Welcome to Bean Basics with Bob and Michelle. Welcome to sunny Saugatuck, and welcome to the Obis Lab. Hey, listen, today we're talking about the holidays, and we're talking about some gift buying opportunities. Some under 30, some under 50, and some...
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, that's right. Yep. And what we're going to share with you, you'll see many of these things in various Bean Basics episodes, but what we're going to share with you are the products that we love. And you know, that's pretty much what we do here on Bean Basics is we share with you the products we love that are accumulated from my 26 years in the coffee industry, and of course Michelle's standard of a coffee consumer, a quality coffee consumer. So she has very strong opinions, and we love those opinions. One thing we do want to let you know is we don't take any remuneration, right? We don't take any money for any recommendations we make. That's not our gig. It's been offered to us, but we always reject that idea. And we also don't like rank 30 items and tell you which one is the best one. What we do is we share with you what we use and why we love it. And that's it, right? So let me go ahead and get started here. And we're going to start with the under 30 category. And we're going to start with a collapsible cup. And this is something that Michelle and I use when we travel. It's called Stojo. And it's a cup that comes this flat and it expands out just like that. You need this little hard collar here, and it's got a screw lid. And it's just a perfect drinking cup, and it's the perfect size, particularly when we use the Narita Kettle when we brew 500 mils of coffee. These both easily hold 250 mils each, right? So this is something that we love, and it's $14.99 for one of them.
And the other thing is, it comes in some really cool colors. I don't know why we got the beige one, but there's some really fun ones out there.
Well, we didn't want to attract any attention while we're out there. Right?
Who, us?
Yeah, exactly. So the other thing that we have is the Zule milk frother. And the Zule, you've seen in many, many, many episodes. This one happens to be in Obis Blue. And the milk frother is just something that we love. You know, the episode, and we'll put that episode up here that I'm referring to, is when we made sweet foam. And when we rolled out the Zule Milk Boss, right away everybody wanted to know where that came from. And it's just a really simple but quality item, and it's a great way to whip up cream, or, you know, you can also make foam using milk and so on and so forth for a latte or a cappuccino. Works great. I think we did that with the Bialetti, if I remember correctly.
Yep,
so
we did.
Now, we've got 3 of these, and we want to give those away. We really appreciate, you know, our subscriber base growing and stuff like that. We want to give you an opportunity to get one of these for free in Obis Blue. We'll tell you how to do that at the end of this episode.
I will say, though, it probably won't be there in time for Christmas. So if you're planning on getting one of these for a friend, you might want to order it. Yeah,
free doesn't get you expedited service. There's no doubt about that, right? And so this is $19.99. So that's a $20 purchase. And we've had a lot of conversations with Zule, and we find them just really a quality organization altogether. Another thing that we do and take on travel, although it doesn't have to be restricted to travel by any means, is the AeroPress. And the AeroPress goes for just under $30. These are all the bits and pieces. We have an episode on the AeroPress if you're interested in finding out about that. It's both a percolation and an immersion method. It's really easy to use, pretty low skill level. It is a filtered product, so it's a little bit different than, you know, a typical immersion method. And really, the AeroPress is a combination of a percolation and immersion method. But this is a product that we love to travel with or use at home, either way.
Yeah, if you're looking for Cheater's espresso, it makes a pretty darn good one. And it's easy.
It's true. It's true. Now, some people don't like making coffee stuff in plastic, and so if you're thinking about giving this as a gift, and you know your person really well, and they wouldn't like that, don't get this. But otherwise, it's a great, durable, and lovely product. I do want to mention too, of course, Big B Coffee has a lot of merchandise. I happen to have just this is a box set that comes, which is kind of nice, and it comes with 3 cups. It has our key phrase on it. We love the people behind our coffee even more. It goes, we love our coffee, but we love the people behind our coffee even more. We have so much merchandise, it's really hard to feature any particular one. These are reusable cups, which are great. Would love it if they were made out of bamboo instead of plastic, but they aren't. You can find products like this, and then I love these here, this one, because they remind me of Christmas bulbs.
Yeah, they are so pretty.
Right,
I like
and
them.
These sort of jeweled colors, and I like the shape, and this is something different too. But we have 20 or 30 different kinds of holiday mugs right now. You can find them in Big B Coffee stores. You can find it at bigb.com. And I happen to have 2 sets of these. So we're going to be giving these away too, and I'm happy to give these away that are standing out right there. The other thing I would mention, of course, it's always nice to give somebody a little bit of Big B Coffee. We do love our coffee, but what we really love is the mission that Michelle and I are on, which is our mission to have 50% of the coffee purchases of Big B Coffee to be farm direct by 2023 and 100% by 2028. And we do these videos for fun and to help build awareness about our Farm Direct program, but where we spend 90% of our time is going out in the field, finding farmers that are treating people right, that are treating the planet right, and are making an investment in their community. And that's what we're up to. So when you buy something like this coffee here, which is Big B Best, there's Farm Direct in here, straight from Nicaragua. And you can find a story about that on our blog, which also goes by One Big Island in Space with 2 G's. But maybe we'll tell you about that a little bit more later. So I want to give you some things that are a little bit more crafty to do. There are 2 in particular. One, we've shown you how to make coffee liqueur, or what other people would know as Kahlua, right? And it makes a great gift. We'll put that episode up here. It takes a little time, but sometimes it's nice to give a gift that you've made to somebody. That one's a little complicated. One that's really easy is a coffee rub that we did, a dry coffee rub that you put on poultry or beef or pork or chicken. And let me tell you, it will change your world about how you grill. Michelle and I used it all summer long, and
we use it about once a week, even now. What are you talking about, summer?
Yeah. And, I mean, we sometimes shake it into our eggs. We use it as seasoning on pasta. It is just really, really versatile. If you've never had it, anybody we've given it to, complete conversion on. And that's another kind of gift that you could just make. I also, and we'll talk about this at the end of the show, we love these spray bottles. We have an episode on pro tips on how to use a grinder. This spray bottle shows up there, and we'd like to give away about 30 of these if we can, and we'll tell you how to get one at the end of the show. We're also interested in giving away some t-shirts, so you need to keep that in mind. Michelle's turning a little green in front of me because it just sounds like a lot of work to her.
No, the thing is, we love to send t-shirts out because we love the idea of all of you beautiful people walking around with one big island in space on your chest there, and being able to tell people about our Farm Direct mission. So
that's right.
We're always thrilled to do it.
Yeah, we are. And when you get a t-shirt, what happens is you become a part of the t-shirt army. And the only way to find out, well, what's the t-shirt army, is, of course, to get a t-shirt. So, but let me talk more about the under 50 category. The first one I have is the Narita Kettle. And the Narita Kettle is a kettle that Michelle and I travel with. This is how we get our hot water. We can't trust what's in a hotel room, and a lot of times we're not in a hotel room whatsoever. We've used this to boil water, make food, all kinds of things. We have an episode on that, and we'll put it up here. But the Narita is our second most popular episode, and maybe after watching it, it would be something that you would be interested in purchasing too.
It's great. You can take it to any country because the plug has conversions, and it's just wonderful.
All that information's
Up there,
in the
I know.
episode,
I
right?
know.
Yeah, so we can't oversell. We don't have the time. $45.95 for this. It's been a workhorse. And, you know, some of these products I'm showing you have stains and watermarks and stuff like that on that. But that just tells you we use this stuff. You know, we really do use this stuff. A very popular episode was a Cheaters Espresso episode, the Bialetti Moka Express pot. This one does have like water spots and stuff on it. This is a stovetop method of not quite espresso, but something that's very close to it. We do love this particular episode because it shows you 4 ways to make Cheaters Espresso and sort of the fundamental drinks that you can have.
Yeah, but it's a great gift for the coffee lover in your life who's looking to go a little bit beyond drip coffee at home.
That's right. Without investing in an espresso machine.
Right.
Right. So, because this is $31.99 and this is $500. So, big difference, right? We're going to give away one of these too, Bialetti Moka pot. One of our favorite items, we've never really talked a whole lot about it, but it shows up in a lot of episodes. This is just a great way to keep your coffee fresh, whether it's ground or whether it's whole bean. And frankly, you could keep popcorn in here or rice or whatever you want. But the key feature of it is you plunge all the air out, and you can always hear it. And that keeps your coffee extra fresh, extra long. This is only available at bigb.com, and it runs for $39.99. I see we do the same kind of pricing as everybody else does, or otherwise known as $40. Something that showed up in a lot of episodes is the Clever Coffee Dripper. And this is really a favorite of mine in the lab, and it's often if I'm doing a sort of a filtered method check on coffees. I love doing this. It's a very consistent method, and this runs for $34, right? And we have all kinds of episodes. We'll put 1 or 2 of them up. We have a 60-second episode, and this is showing up for hot and iced and all kinds of methods, easy to use. Another thing that we really do love is the Able Cone Filter. Michelle and I aren't too much into keeping track and buying paper filters, and we think it's somewhat wasteful. But we also just, and we use it in our Moccamaster, it's just, instead of paper filters, it's a metal filter, very fine mesh. We think it improves the flavor. You get a little bit more coffee oil. The sort of downside is you do get a little bit of sedimentation, but we just don't drink our last sip of coffee, and everything turns out okay. Did I say that this is $39.50?
You did now.
Okay, great. So that's all the under 50, and now we're getting to sort of, you know, it's going to get expensive.
Yeah, these are the things where, you know, maybe it's for you and you want to like suggest to your family and friends, they all get together and buy you this one present.
That's right. The first we're going to recommend, of course, is the Technivorm Moccamaster. We use this every day. It has one of the most stable heating elements. It's a really fast brewer. It's a really consistent brewer. We get up and we use this in the morning. First me, then you, and then me and you.
Yeah.
But we love the coffee it produces, and it's just that the temperature comes up to temp really quickly, and that's perfect for extraction.
It is by far the best drip coffee maker we've ever had.
Ever had, right? $349. They didn't do the 99, so but it's still not, you know, basically $350.
And it comes in really cool colors too.
It does come in cool colors. So something that's really ultra luxurious is this Baratza Vario W grinder, and we use these things in conjunction. Okay. We're not that swift in the morning, okay? So, and you know we like to weigh our coffee and all that kind of thing. So this particular grinder has a scale on it, and it weighs the number of grams, and we have presets that we can use, 3 presets, you know, 15 grams, 30 grams, 60 grams, and that kind of thing. And then just really ultimate control on where that grind is. And we set all this up in advance, but in the morning we just come in and hit a button, it grinds, and we're ready to go with this. the Vario W is not made anymore by Baratza, but they've replaced it with something called the Forte. I say it's ridiculous because it's $899. It's a $900 grinder, right? And it's not necessary by any means, but it is a game changer in terms of it's got flat burr grinders that just grind a perfect grind, right? So this in conjunction with this, you would never have to buy anything else again. You would have the best drip coffee every morning in your life. And you have to understand, this is so important to me because, you know, one of the reasons Michelle married me is so that I would bring her a cup of coffee every morning, right? And if it's not right, and her day doesn't start out right, my day's not good either, you know?
I love you, babe.
Yeah, I love you too. The sort of more practical grinder, still a Baratza. It's called a Baratza Encore. This is $169. It's still a big investment, but you know, if this is $349 and $169, that's just a little bit more palatable, I think, than a $900 grinder. It doesn't weigh, so you either have to pre-weigh or decide that you're just going to measure volumetrically. I use this in the lab on a regular basis. You've probably seen it in nearly every sort of equipment episode where we do need to grind coffee. We use the Encore. We recommend this to friends on a regular basis. It's easy, it's tidy. Hey, we were using it today. There's still coffee grounds in there. And it's a workhorse. It's just a workhorse. I like the Baratza blend. There are other grinders in their family. If you picked any one of them, you'd be happy with them. I'm quite sure of it. The last thing in terms of the expensive category, of course, is the Breville Bambino Plus. This is an entry-level espresso machine, so it's at $500. If you go any less, I don't think you're really getting espresso, but I like the starting point in this. We've done many episodes, and there are many more to come on how easy this is to use. And, you know, after being in the industry and shooting, you know, I mean, we sold 30 million beverages here last year. This, for $500, just does a super fine job at home and would really recommend it.
And most critically, it is very easy to use.
Oh, super easy to use. I mean, our first 2 episodes or 3 episodes on this is how to use this straight out of the box. And, you know, we had our intern and super friend, Carter, with us, and we're able to demonstrate right away that kind of anybody can take it out of the box and use it right away and have a quality cup of coffee, right? That's really what that's all about. Okay, those are our recommendations. Believe it or not, we whittled it down, right? So there was a whole bunch where I'm like, we're leaving that out, I love that, you know? But we'll save some for another moment in time, of course. We do hope that in the end you do share our mission with other people, our mission of farm direct coffee. We think it's really the most sustainable and the most ethical and the most traceable method of purchasing coffee, and that's kind of what we're up to.
So we need to tell these lovely people how they can get their freebies.
Yeah, right. So the freebies go like this. Michelle and I keep a blog called One Big Island in Space, of course, with 2gs.com. And if you were to go to that blog, there's a contact page, and you click on that, and you would give us your name, your address, right, because we have to mail this to you. And if you were interested in the Zule or the merchandise or the Bialetti, you would put that, you would say Bialetti, or you would say Milk Boss, by the Zule Milk Boss, right, and so on. You would say that's what I want. Now, there's just limited amounts of this stuff. I think I named how much we had of each one. So if you are late to the game, because it's going to be first come, first serve, we'll anyway send you either a water bottle spritzer to reduce static in your grinder, or B, a t-shirt. And one of the driving factors on that will be, because if you give us your t-shirt size, we'll definitely send you a t-shirt, right? But if you don't give us your t-shirt size, you're getting a spritz bottle.
But either way, you got to give us your address.
That's right. That's right. And you know, it's nefarious. We're gonna start mailing you postcards. This is the thing that we like to do. Is Michelle and I like to stay in touch with you on a very, very,
I don't really
very
have that in the shot
regular
there,
basis. Let me This is an example of a
Yeah.
postcard that we send, right? I don't know if it's too shiny or something
No,
like
you
that.
can see it.
But about 4 times a year, we stay in touch with you, and we tell you, hey, this is what we're up to on Farm Direct, right? And if you would like to stay connected with us, and we would love to stay connected with you, sign up for the T-shirt Army.
Yep. Every
All right.
once in a while, I'll send you a little note by email.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, we love you. We love you for watching. We appreciate you. We want to wish you a happy holiday. We're getting to the end of 2021, and we're very optimistic about 2022. And until we see you next time, we do want to leave you with this note that we always leave you with, which is when you love the world will always love you right back. Hey, thanks for joining us. For future episodes, click the subscribe button. Being Basics is brought to you by OneBigIslandInspace.com with 2 G's.